Hi, my name is Kieran. I am doing a YouTube video. I used to do YouTube videos before, but it was like Minecraft shit. Now I'm like on some other shit, you know? I'm like working right now, and I just had this like idea to really express myself through talking because I never really do that. I usually, well, recently I've been writing down my thoughts, which I think is easier. But yeah, I want to talk about like my journey, my spiritual journey, and just my journey in general, which I think is interchangeable with spiritual journey. Mainly, what I wanted to talk about is like my journey from being socially inept, essentially, to be able to, order something at the store, kind of thing. Because sometimes I feel like I've made no progress at all, but I look back on old videos of me, I'm so different, man. So different. And I really want to show this to a select few people because, like, those people are so valuable to me that I just want them to hear, like, what I think of myself because I think that is very important. The idea of self-image is so, especially in, like, society today, like, with Instagram, especially Instagram, I think that's like one of the most toxic, but also I think it's just toxic, honestly. Even though I use it, and it's hard to like get rid of that toxicity and just use it as a tool or whatever. Because like, as you can see, my brain goes in a lot of different directions, and I'm gonna try and use this channel to kind of hone in on one point, but I just had coffee and it kind of goes in like 50 different directions here. I think that is also my ADHD, and I feel like I just want to get all my points across as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I feel like I'm boring people. That's another realization I had. I used to be called weird or boring because I was very, very quiet. That's because I had so much shit going on inside here. And if I even expressed any of that, I was called weird. I remember this very specific instance. First day of high school, I was like, okay, high school, it's gonna be different. I'm gonna make like heaps of friends, and I did. But in that process, I learnt that like, oh, people don't like that if I'm like expressing myself. But like 10 years later, it's been a long time. I'm like, yeah, who cares? Actually, I still care. I say that, but I definitely still care. I and the thing is, I don't even have necessarily a point to this. I think it would just be cool, and honestly, I'm having so much fun already, just like speaking, because I do this by myself anyway, or like in my own mind, and I get to just like express it without a care if anyone's listening. But yeah, so my spiritual journey, that started when I started doing psychedelics. If you do psychedelics, you will understand, like, for example, that poster, it looks amazing, right? But I also have to be careful about that because, like, I feel like people who do psychedelics can get stuck in this thing, like, holier than thou attitude, which I think I've been caught in before. Like, oh, people don't get it. People don't get, like, the secrets of the universe, bro. But, like, again, like, I have to be very balanced in what I'm saying because, like, I feel like I know a lot about the universe, but also there's so much we don't know, and there's no possible way we can know. Like, think about how an animal lives. Like, you can see how a dog lives, but like, you can't possibly fathom how different our lives are. You can have like theories, you can imagine what it's like to be a dog, but you can't exist in that dog. And that's the same for other people as well. Although we are very, very similar, our experiences all differ. Like, literally every single person differs, which makes it hard for anyone to understand anyone. I would even say impossible, right? And I thought for a while, wow, no one understands me. I must be alone. No one understands anyone, except I don't even understand myself. I think it's very rare for someone to completely 100% understand themselves, you know? Like, even like 80-year-olds who do like okay, I had this like idea in my mind of like an 80-year-old monk and them not understanding themselves, but I think they've like discarded their identity so much they're just like a very peaceful being, I guess. And that idea is very fascinating to me as well, because I feel like in society there's so much to do, and I think that stresses us all out, but we all want that there. We all want constraints, because if we were too free, we would have nothing to do. We would just feel trapped. And if we had nothing to do, we would just like, well, what's the point of existence, right? I love how we just like I'm just like started talking about like my anxiety, my spiritual journey, and I'll get all the way to like, why do we exist? But I feel like that's what it is. That's how it happens. It all leads back to that point, is existence, and there's no need to be anxious about it, because existence is all me and you. And if you're angry, if you're anxious, if you're sad, if you're depressed, it all stems from inside you, right? Like, no matter where in your body it is. I've noticed this too. Anxiety for different people are in different places of the body. For example, mine is the stomach. And I've learnt to really focus in on my stomach whenever I'm feeling anxious, which is nearly all the time. And I've learnt to deal with it, but I don't want to deal with it. I want to, overcome, which I love. I love the idea of overcoming things. That is another like meaning of existence, to overcome your weaknesses, and your, I guess, the things you have to overcome in order to live a healthier and better life full of love, right? And peace. Peace, balance, contentment, my favorite words. Put them all on a poster. Live, life, love. That's essentially what I'm saying. Man, I'm having so much fun, actually. This is hilarious. I'm just, like, spamming all my thoughts. This is, like... And usually I'm a person who's, like, cares about perfection, And, like, I want to be, like, this person who has, like, rapid-fire thoughts, but it's, like, it all makes sense. It's all joined together. And, like, in my mind, it kind of does. And, like, I wonder if people will see this and see this, like, oh, that actually makes sense. Only very few people can actually, like, join my thoughts together. And, like, those are the moments where I feel most seen, and most understood. Even though, like I said before, we all can't be understood. Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Like, I could edit that out, but I don't want to. I kind of just want to see what happens, when I shit out a video of me talking. But yeah, my anxiety, definitely better. I'm working on it. That's all I have to say today. And I've been meditating lately and just like really focusing in on what makes me me. That's another question. I'm going to save that for another video. Oh man, this is exciting. I've a lot of topics to talk about that I haven't even thought about before I started talking, But like, my main thought as of like yesterday, as I get in these like chaotic ruts where I don't know what to do because I have too much to do, and my brain kind of wants to multitask. Even now I'm working, but like regardless, I feel like if I just take a deep breath, essentially, and do one thing at a time, slowly, I will be able to live just a more fulfilling life. You know what I'm saying? I get more stuff done. Because sometimes I don't get anything done because I'm literally just sitting on so many things to do, and I don't know where to start. Man, this feels so good. I'm so glad I actually like sat down and decided to like unload like everything I'm thinking about right now. I might do this every day. I actually might do this every day. But yeah, I'll leave it here. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If anyone watched, this is just more for me. I shouldn't even like, what's the word? Say that. I feel like it's just like, but it's not that serious, guys. Don't worry about it. It's like, fuck it. I don't care. You know, this is just for fun. Again, that's I got to work on that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the recording now, even though I want to talk more. You have a good day. Have a blessed day. Peace and love.